all of these millions and billions of Israelites, we were entrusted with this gospel. Anybody else could have been brought into this truth, but the Lord brought us into it. This is a great honor. It should not be taken lightly. This is the greatest invitation to the greatest event ever. You have people out there that covet to be invited to a feast or a gathering of the so-called royals, or a so-called feast that everybody wants to go to, a gathering of so-called the minds of the world. People covet to that. But this is the greatest invitation ever to the greatest gathering and the greatest event that ever took place on the planet Earth. And the Lord gave it to us. And the way we show our appreciation is by doing the videos, doing the work. However much the Lord gave each one of us. That's showing gratitude.
Who hath ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. But this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, and Haoshah, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS, whom rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers. And peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful lake out there pushing his word and truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Haoshah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopeful lake, the believers and listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Shai. And what I want to get into tonight, all right, dealing with, prophecy, man, because as we see, all right, these things play out in the earth, just know that all these things are spoken of and written, in the scriptures. Okay, everything that we see, playing out, all the major events, the agenda, the powers to be, going back to the elites, okay, they all play into, all right, what's written, all right, aforetime in the scriptures, okay, and as Yahweh Shema Shai, has gave his men utterance, in these last days, to teach, all right, and to pretty much commentate, what's going on in the spirit, as we see these things unfold. Now, what I'm gonna start off with, see, our brothers came right on time. I was just about to get the precepts, but since y'all brother just came on, Baba Shah, if a brother can put, Second Ezra 15, all right, verses 1 through 3 in Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10, okay, because this is all right. What's dominating the narrative in the earth, is prophecy, man, and prophecies are speaking louder and louder. And I got an article, I want to get into in a few videos as well, just to touch on, some things that's going on. All right, because we know at the end of the day that Esau Edom, he's trying to fast track, okay, his new world order. Okay, he wants to set up, his satanic empire. He wants to have that established soon. And he's fed up with being politically correct. Okay, he's fed up with being, um, trying to deceive, and pretty soon he's just gonna come with that hammer, man. And we're finna see some very, very, hard times in the earth, man. you know, as the scriptures say, because this man wants everyone on their knees, to pretty much bow down, to this NWO system, okay, in which everyone will be linked, all right, through his Internet of Things, his technology, man. Okay. Now this is the brother or warrior Allah Yahweh, Second Ezra 15:1. It says, "Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth," said the Lord. So we're commanded to prophesy, man, to speak on prophetic things before they happen, man. Events before they happen, we speak on it. You see, people are hoping and praying that things don't happen, hoping and praying for peace, and hoping that, pray for Ukraine and all this madness out here. No, man, prophecy is being fulfilled. Okay, and you people's emotions have nothing to do with it. Okay, if a brother can put that as well, Romans 3 and 3. Okay, this Second Ezra 15:2, it says, "And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true." And see, that's how Yahweh Shema Shah showcases his power, okay, and that he is by having these things spoken of and written thousands of years ago, and they're happening now. And not only they're happening just like he said they would happen, man. Okay, I will rise up the Medes, which the current day Medes will be the Russians. I will rise up the Medes against thee. Is that not happening? I will put hooks in their jaws. Okay, famines. Okay, he spoke of these things, and they're coming to pass in real times, and it's happening just like he said it would happen, man. Okay, this is verse 3, Second Ezra 15:3. This is fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. You see that? The incredulity, which is the unbelief, okay, of people that don't believe in the testimony, man. The scriptures say, "Who have believed our report?" Okay, so these people unbelief, all right, is not going to deter Yahweh Bashim al Shah for executing these prophecies, man, for carrying these things out, man. Okay, now let's get this. All right, this is Ezekiel 7 and 5 and 6. It's from the brother Prince of Yahweh 8. It said, "Thus said the Lord power, and evil and only evil, behold, is come, and the end, all right, is come, the end is come, it watcheth for thee, behold, it come." And these are the times we in, man. Now we patiently, await these things, but they're here, and it's happening, and it's unfolding. We see it. All right. We see it now. When the apostles and elders, first, got on to the YouTube, Okay, you couldn't see, these prophecies as plain as they are now. Okay, but those same men speaking the same prophecies, all right, we're seeing them come to pass now, man. Okay, and that's how Yahweh Shema Shai, utilize, the prophets to speak things into being. That's why we prophesy in his name. All right. So all the glory and the credit will go to our power, man. Just as he did in ancient Egypt. If a brother can get what's that? If a brother can get Exodus chapter 7, verses 1 and 2, you know. So this is the time we come, man, where it's just finna get worse and worse, man. Okay, it's finna get real bad, all right, in this society, man. And let's get this. This is the brother, all right. So with Yahushua, Revelation 19 and 10, it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see that thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship the Most High, all right. And it says, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. Okay. Yahushua, all right, deals heavy with what? Prophecy, man, because within prophecy, the righteous rulership will be established. Okay. And this wicked empire will be torn down. Okay. The eternal rulership of Israel is contained within prophecy, man. And that's where all roads lead, man. You know? Now, this the brother, a warrior. All right, Allah Yahweh. Romans 3 and 3 said, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith, all right, or the Most High without effect? So, people's unbelief, your belief is not required. All right. Yahweh Shema Shai doesn't require the belief of the masses to bring forth his prophecy, man. Because this is a society that is so, hyped up on opinions and, on emotions and how people feel and, being certified by social media, Instagram or, the streets, I'm street certified. Well, these prophecy doesn't need you nigga certification, man. They don't need you people certification. Okay? The prophecies, all right, are going to be fulfilled, man. Okay? Because Yahweh Shema Shai has an agenda, man, a righteous agenda, that he's finna allow to play out in the earth, man. But it's gonna come, okay, through chaos, death. A lot of death is coming to the earth, torment, all right, famine, cannibalism, you know, women getting ravished, okay, wild beasts, apparitions. You see, the earth finna be a real horror house, man. Okay, and this man wants everyone to fold to his new system, man. We're gonna get into that new system now. It's another one from the brother Warrior Allah, Yahweh, Exodus 7 and 1. Okay, and we're seeing the same thing happening now. All right, as in ancient Egypt, man. As we come closer to this Passover, man, it's going down, man. Things are constantly moving to that next phase, man. Okay, this is Exodus 7 and 1. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a guide to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. So the Lord, pretty much exalted Moses, all right, as a guide unto Pharaoh, man. The Most High put the power, was working through Moses and was taking down the empire, man. Okay? The prophets have a great office, man. And it comes with a lot of responsibility, man. Okay? And we have to stay humble within these lots because it's not of us, man. Okay? Because scriptures say that we have, if a brother, matter of fact, can post, I don't want to butcher it. I think it's 2 Corinthians 4, and I want to get the exact scripture. 2 Corinthians 4. Yep, 2 Corinthians 4 and 7. Verse 2, it says, "Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land," man. And we're getting ready for this second Exodus, man. Coming soon, man. Hopefully this year, man. But we know it's soon. For sure, it's soon. You know, it's gonna come a time where Yahweh Shema Shai gonna outdo what he did in ancient Egypt, and we're seeing the build up to it, man. Okay, but I'm gonna get this article first, real quick, while our brother posting their precept. Well, brother, I already got it. Brother Quick Draw today, man. You know, brother got a MacBook. This is from the brother of Warrior Allah Yahweh. 2 Corinthians 4 and 7 says, "But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, and not of us." You see, so we have this treasure, this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, the spirit of prophecy. Okay, that the excellency of the power may be of the Most High, not of us, man, because we're vessels being used, all right, for a heavy purpose in the earth, man. And it's not of us. Okay, it just happened, through, all right, the prophets that that the Lord has raised up in this time, man. And we pray that we're of that number. Okay, and we pray that we, endure to get their reward, man. Okay. At the water, to all you Akim, posting precepts for me, man. I felt kind of naked there, man. I was trying to, you know, I had to do a long opening waiting on y'all brothers, man. You know, but I seen they they shadow ban the live screen, you know. But yeah, it'd be a breath of fresh air when you brothers come through, man. You know. Um, but yeah, let me get this article first, and if a brother could post Revelations chapter 3, verse verse 10. Yep. War. Yeah, brother, you yep. Because one of the main things, that we see happening now is dealing with this war. And within this war, all right, you have a lot of propaganda, and we're seeing a trend, and I haven't been keeping up with, all the, Russia blows up this, and Russia killed this many people, and Ukraine is fighting off. I haven't been keeping up with the skirmish of the war, because it's so much propaganda, so much theater, surrounding it, to the point where I wouldn't be doing nothing but regurgitate a lot of fake news. So what I've been watching, is the CBDCs, okay, the central bank digital currency, and how we're seeing a global collapse of economies. Okay, now let's get this real quick. Let's get this article from Blacklisted News. Okay, now the article, the title, okay, this from blacklistednews.com. Like I say, which they pretty much have some good articles, between them and Natural News and Tyranny News. Those are the best articles I've seen, that I use, so far, that's kind of underground. But it reads, let me make sure. Yeah, okay, we get it. All right. Okay. So it reads, digital tyranny, beware of government's push for a digital currency. Okay, because we know that that digital currency is going to be controlled by a particular device that's spoken of in the scriptures, man. Okay, and he gonna cause, all right, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, okay, to receive that device, man. All right, that that R13, okay. Now this is going to the article, and it reads, it says, make way for the digital dollar. In an executive order issued on March 9th, okay, which that was what, last week, you know, last Wednesday, okay. The devil is moving, man. It says an executive order issued on March 9th, 2022, President Biden called for the federal government to consider establishing a U.S. central bank digital currency, or you will hear, the term CBDC, okay? Similar to the cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, CBDCs will also be a form of digital money, but there the resemblance ends. If adopted, the CBDCs would be issued by the Federal Reserve, the central banking system for the U.S. government. One CBDC digital dollar would equal the value of a physical dollar, and like the physical dollar would cease to be backed by gold more than 50 years ago, the CBDC would be considered a government issued fiat currency that is backed by the strength and the credit of the U.S. government, right? And that's mainly what is military, okay? The military, big, the military and its ability, all right, to funnel resources, okay, from all these other nations that backs, the dollar, man. It's pretty much a bully system, okay? Or Debo, or smokes out one, give me my money, and or Debo say you what? He said he lost. That's how okay these fiat currencies work. Another country come up with a currency backed by gold and America pull up. Okay? Because for this fiat currency to work, they can't be no other currency floating out there that are actually backed by resources, man. Okay? And it says, of course, that's not saying much considering that much of the time the U.S. government operates in the red. Although government agencies have 6 months to weigh in on the advantages and disadvantages of a centralized digital currency, oh, Salaki, it says it as good as a done deal. It says, um, for instance, 3 weeks before the Biden administration made headlines with its support for a government issued digital currency, the FBI and the Justice Department quietly moved ahead with plans for a cryptocurrency enforcement team. All right. Translation: digital money cops, a virtual asset exploitation unit tasked with investigating crypto crimes and seizing virtual assets, and a crypto czar to oversee it all. So they already have, a department, that's gonna be over, crypto crimes, man. Okay, let you know that these things are already planned out, man. They already have a branch of law enforcement, you know, that's gonna be tasked with dealing with crypto crimes, man. This is through, man. Matter of fact, what's that? Get that in Matthew. A brother can post that in Matthew 6 and mm, that Matthew 6. So even with cryptocurrency, you stand a chance, okay, of being robbed, man. Yeah, let's get Matthew 6 and 19. You know, because hey, it's time for this empire, you know, to, to bow out, man. You know, it's time for Esau to bow out, man. You know, this whole empire, this system, and everything that it stands for, man. Okay. Now this from the brother Awalam War 144K. This is Matthew 6 and 19. It says, lay not up for yourself treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. Okay. So even this man cryptocurrency, this man still, has a task force, that's supposed to oversee, crypto crimes, man. Okay, this is a horrible society, man. Okay, and this is a horrible way to exist on earth under the rulership of this man. Okay, verse 20 it says, "But lay up for yourself treasures in heaven, where neither moth doth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal." Man, okay. We all right. Look forward to a righteous setup, man. A righteous kingdom. Okay, and Israel is gonna be so exalted. Okay, and we're gonna have so much power as a nation. How Shai gonna be on the earth, man? Come on, man. Okay, Jay say nigga ain't gonna take nothing. All right, you see, that's what we look forward to, man. And we ain't gonna have no crypto wallets. Okay, none of that madness, man. We're gonna have the earth, resources, slaves. Okay, real wealth, man. You know, so it's going back to it. It says, um, this is how the government operates by giving us tools to make our life easier. All right, going to that convenient trap, that trap of convenience. Okay, when people say normalcy, that means they want their convenience back. Okay, it says in the process, making it easier for the government to track, control, and to punish. All right, the citizenry. Okay, indeed, this shift is to a digital currency is a global trend. More than 100 other countries are considering introducing their own digital currencies. Okay, and if I'm not mistaken, the brother can fact check me. I'm thinking there's only 100, in 92 countries. Okay, so it said more than 100, and with the devil, man, it might be 189 is down with it. Okay, now listen to this. China has already adopted a government issued digital currency, which not only allows it to surveil and seize people's financial transactions, but can also work in tandem with this social credit score system. You see that? A social credit score system. Okay? And you see how they do these different celebrities because what's been big? Council culture. Okay, when you say something that the public doesn't agree with, all right, and the media put a spin on it, what happens, man? You can be canceled. Okay, there's nothing but condition the people for a social credit score system, man. Okay, it says to punish individual for moral lapse and social transgressions. You see that? He's saying he's God. Okay, if you don't agree with if you don't agree, all right, to what I'm into, I'm just cut you off. Okay? Just like how Yahweh Shema Shah punishes for wickedness. Okay? This man wants to do the complete opposite. Okay? This man comes in the energy of Shaitan, Satan, the adversary, man. Okay? And says, and reward them for adhering to government sanctioned behavior, as China expert Akram Karum wrote to the Washington Post. With digital yuan, the CCP, okay, the Chinese Communist Party, will have direct control over and access to the financial lives of individuals without the need to strong arm, all right, intermediary financial entities. In a digital yuan consumed society, the government easily could suspend the digital wallets of descendants and human rights activists. Okay? They catch you out there at the Black Lives Matter rally. Cut. Okay? You say something on Vlad TV that they ain't like. Cut. Okay? All these little platforms. Well, I'm woke. We woke. All right? No, you cut. All right? You see, that's why scripture say that just shall live by faith, man. All right? And it says where China goes, the United States eventually follows. Now, I want to look at this real quick as well. Get something else as well. Uh, because we all gonna be tried, you know, by what we're seeing, man. Okay, we all gonna, have to be tried by these things because we through a social credit score. We done, man. They gonna pull up, they pull up their channel. We done. We'll never be able to have social credit score. All right, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like our regular credit, through. I don't play. I'm speaking for me. There's no mind through, you know. But you brothers and sisters probably got plenty of money. This the brother I was on the war, 144K. It says Revelation 3:10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And we're seeing a global collapse. Okay, and that global collapse, all right, these elites going to offer a global remedy. Okay, because the collapse is going to be horrible, man. That's where you're going to get your cannibalism. Okay, your people kidnapping each other. All right, people spoiling each other houses. We do because of this collapse, man. Okay, and they're going to offer a solution. That's going to be that temptation, man. Okay, which is the MOTB. All right, well, just as the scriptures say, verse 11, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown, man. Yeah, man. So we really have to have a mindset to fully trust the process. Okay, because this is going to be a hell of a transition, man. Okay. We got scrappy and tight, man, for this transition. You see? Yep. As the brother put this another one from the brother, I will a war. All right, Isaiah 10:20. And it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay, okay, upon like it shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel. Yeah, and who he that smote us? Esau, Edom. So it's just gonna come a time where we're gonna have to completely detach, from this man's system, but we're gonna be all right. How about Shemal Shai gonna provide, man, for his, man. And we pray that we endure and are worthy to be one of his, man. Okay? But we're in the midst of a great collapse, okay, in society, man. And we're seeing it unfold. Now, I want to look at this and then we're gonna get a couple videos. Okay, when you look at this, um now when you go into the economic powerhouses of the earth, let me blow it up. All right. When you go into these economic, all right, powerhouses of the earth, okay, remember these, countries, man. You got the United States at number one, all right, China, Japan, Germany, United Kingdom, France, India, Italy, Brazil, and Canada. These are the top 10 economic, countries in the earth. Now, you remember, okay, how hard they went, in Canada, with the restrictions, okay, due to the juice and, all these other things. Do you remember how hard they went in France and Germany, concerning the juice? Okay. You know how hard they went in India, which India is one of the most cashless, countries, okay, that there is. All right. Do you remember when the the demic first hit? Okay. Who went in lockdown first, dealing with Italy? Okay. They're crashing the global economy, man. Okay. The UK, how hard they was going. You see, they're crashing the global economy. That's what this thing is about. So when you see all this, this war propaganda, which it's going to eventually turn into, all right, a war, an actual war, okay. But before then, there's going to be a collapse. All right. Now let me cue this up real quick. Okay, just to go into it.
I used to pay $162 every month for my car insurance. Now, check out how much I'm paying. $28.
The US says China will face harsh consequences if it aids Russia in its invasion of Ukraine. It comes after US officials told a number of newspapers that Russia asked China for military equipment. The Chinese Foreign Ministry says it's fake news and US disinformation. Our China correspondent Steve McDonald has more from Beijing.
Just come from the Foreign Ministry briefing here. Of course, we asked several times about.
All right, so let me share the screen, okay? But I find it funny, okay? Because now the whole thing now is, well, Russia asking China for help, in this campaign against, all right, Iraq. Ukraine. Okay, which that doesn't make any sense. Why the hell would Russia need trying to help? Okay, with the Ukraine. Okay. So what's really going on? But then you have this come out. I'm gonna play it. Let me mute it. That you have this come out about what America said, what they.
The US says China will face harsh consequences if it aids Russia in its invasion of Ukraine. It comes after US officials told a number of newspapers that Russia asked China for military equipment. The Chinese Foreign Ministry says it's fake news and US disinformation. Our China correspondent Steve McDonald has more from Beijing.
Just come from the Foreign Ministry briefing here. Of course, we asked several times about this for clarification, and the message coming from the Chinese Foreign Ministry was that it was fake news, or that the US had been constantly spreading disinformation about China recently. But given ample opportunity, Zhao Lijian never directly said that such a request has come from Russia. So, I mean, people can make of it what they will. He says it's fake news. Does that mean there's been no request for military assistance from Moscow to Beijing? I mean, it could be nitpicking. It could be it's a bit of a get out of jail card there to say it's fake news, because perhaps some aspect of the reports Beijing doesn't think is accurate. However, nothing was made clear, along those lines. I mean, interestingly, we also had the Foreign Ministry spokesman repeating this claim today that the US embassy in Kiev had deleted all these documents relating to pathogens and research in biological labs in Ukraine. Well, when I asked the foreign ministry spokesman why it was, he says these have all been deleted. Well, I checked on the website for the US Embassy in Kiev, and they all seem to be there to me. So I asked if he checked the website. He just said he'd received different information. We said, well, how about you go and check now? If it turns out that such documents are there, might you go on Twitter and correct the record? Because he's been spreading this line that these documents have been pulled down, and he just dodged the question. And again, it sort of made these suggestions about biological this and that, but it's all kind of very vague and smearing the US. So on the one hand, China says we're the victim of disinformation, and yet we are constantly seeing some of the worst aspects of the Kremlin disinformation and propaganda being repeated without question by the Chinese government, being published widely here via the Chinese state-run media, on social media, by the representatives of the Chinese government, the way in which social media is controlled. Also, it is having the effect of swinging large parts of the Chinese population in behind the war effort.
I discovered that.
So what you see now, the narrative, that they're putting in is Russia asking China for help and Russia asking China for weapons, when Russia is the second largest arms dealer on earth, only behind America. And Russia has sold China plenty of weaponry. So why in the hell would Russia need to ask China for weapons? Okay, but who knows that? Okay, do the average American know these things? Okay, do niggas know these things? No, man. Okay, they know people don't know, so they can twist and flip any narrative that they want. All right, but the point is now they can say, well, China wants to aid Russia, so now we're going to put all these sanctions on China. Okay, and if you stop the imports of China, come on, man. It's a war on the people. It has nothing to do, okay, with these governments. It's the war on the people, man. Crashing global economies, man. The two biggest, economies on earth, America and China. All right. Having these so-called conflicts, but the only people that's suffering, all right, is the people, the citizens. Okay. Sanctions on China only hurts the citizens, and the masses of American imports come from where? From China. Okay, these iPhones and these Jordans, all they come from China. These flat screens and your T-shirts and all these. So we'll see what they do with that narrative, man. But like I say, it's all a narrative, and it all leads up to what this man really wants. And I get this video, and you go from there. Now this is from Call for an Uprising. I think he did this today.
Hey, but there's an article that just came out
a few hours ago. But this is this man's end game. Okay, if a brother can put that in, hopefully they come on with it, man. All right, hopefully they come on with it, my brother. I'm right there with you, brother. You know, what them gas prices like in the Virgin Islands, brother? And y'all finna have to swim, goddamn, everywhere y'all want to go, goddamn. That's how you goddamn backstroke, right? Damn. Well, yeah, brother can post it in that's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. You know, and I say early, man, this is a thing of patience, man. We finna have to, ride this thing out, man. We got to scrap in the spirit, man. Okay, this is brother humble and contrite 144K. It says, in your patience, possess ye your souls, man, because we finna see, the masses be taken, by the devices of the devil, man. You know? Oh, God, brother. This is our War 144K, 2 Corinthians 2 and 11. It said, at least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, man. And we know, okay, this man is heavy in propaganda. We know his end game. All right, what he really wants to do. We know what this man, all right, is really slithering toward. We know what this serpent, okay, is really slithering towards, man. Okay, and this man wants full, absolute control of the masses, man. Okay, in every way that he can. All right, and one major way to control the people is control the currency, man. Okay, and he wants to be able to turn you on and off as he please, man. Okay, you blink wrong, anything you do not to his liking, he want to be able to shut you out, man. You know, and his man is really obsessed with trying to play the Most High in the earth. So I'm gonna play this. Let this play for a minute. We'll get the closing scriptures after this, man. But like I say, we we know this devil's end game.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. With all the insanity going on in the world, I want to make sure that we don't forget about biometrics. Biometrics is going to be how this is all done with the digital payments. People think, well, we're going to go cashless, we're going to digital, but they don't get past the fact of thinking like, well, it's like PayPal. Well, it's like we're already digital because we do everything online. They don't understand that it has to do with it being inside of your body. And literally, we're in the middle of an experiment taking place. And if you recall, when I talked about Stephen Colbert talking about blockchain and the experiments being done on mice and then making light of it, but bringing attention to it.
News. There's a plan to put Bitcoin in mouse DNA with a genetically engineered virus. Here's the plan. You may know a Bitcoin wallet can only be accessed using its private key. They will buy some Bitcoin, then tie the mouse's value to that Bitcoin by editing the mouse's genetic code to carry the private key that controls the Bitcoin. This manipulation will result in genetically engineering the world's first douche mouse.
That was exactly what we're going to see occur, or should I say we're seeing occur. Now, there's companies out there, if you're not familiar with what biometrics is, that use biometrics already, and they're trying to normalize biometrics, which instead of paying with your phone, right? Like we've talked about the Apple store, or excuse me, the Amazon store, where you could check out, where it just automatically is watching you and all the items are being scanned and put in your cart. You don't even have to do anything. It's just automatically when you pick it up, you're connected that way and you could just walk out of the store, right? And this is all done through your phone. Well, eventually this is going to be done without your phone because the phone's going to be inside of you. And biometrics is something that is Well, it's something you could use at least to show people how this is going to be done, because biometrics is literally in your veins.
It's called finger pay. It works by using a small infrared scanner to detect unique patterns in the veins in a person's fingertips. The information is then linked to a customer's bank details. It's being used for the first time in this supermarket at Brunel University in West London, where large numbers of students are eagerly registering their details.
If there's an easier method of paying and it can reduce queue times and can speed things up, and I'm not having to wait at ATM machines, or I'm not having to rely on having to carry my wallet and my bag and my cash, then that's a win-win from both a student perspective, but also from a university perspective.
Fingerprint recognition technology is already widely used on things like mobile phones, but studies show that it's vulnerable to hacking. A simple smear left on a device like this can be easily copied. But Starla, the British firm behind this reader, devised in partnership with the Japanese tech giant Hitachi, claims vein technology cannot be compromised.
You can't copy it like you can with a fingerprint. It is much, much more secure. And in fact, the numbers we're told are 1 in 3 billionth of a chance that anybody is going to be able to have the same finger vein. So it's pretty secure.
It also requires the finger and the person attached to be alive. Vein scanners are already used to access some high-security buildings. There are now plans to use the technology in many more shops, as well as places that require membership, like gyms or nightclubs, and even football grounds. Another step, or finger to be precise, towards consigning cards and cash to history. Eve Barker, Al Jazeera.
Biometrics is
London.
not by any stretch of the imagination new. It's not something that's just come out. It's been something they've been experimenting with for a few years, for maybe even closer to a decade. But there's an article that just came out this week about biometric payment platform has finger on the pulse with world's first vein ID enabled vending machines. A Manchester-based fintech behind the world's first biometric identity authentication and payments platform has struck a partnership with cashless solution experts VMC to create a world first retail vending technology where users can pay and prove their age through a simple scan of their finger. Now, as you saw in the clip, right, people using their fingers or possibly using their palms. We've seen the palm stuff before. That what people don't seem to understand is that this has to do with not just a chip being inside of your eye, potentially what we're seeing right now is something being inside of people's veins. And it's worth noting that Apple has a patent on this, and big tech companies are working on this type of payment being the next type of payment platform. But in order to get there, because they have the technology, one, people have to be willing to put something in their body, but they need to do mass experiments to see if this can work. But before even that point, they need to figure out a way to transition people into this. And that is why you see this with everything getting closer and closer to the body. That's why I constantly am talking about how technology is getting closer and closer and closer to being inside of you. That's why it's important to know those things. You know, recently I talked about the iPhone, how the
Now he mentioned, okay, something, being in your veins. Okay. Have to remember, what did they just shoot people up with? Okay. Was this the prepper? For the, was this the prepper for the R13? Okay. This man is carrying out his agenda real time, man. When he started this whole demic and these shutdowns and different things, this man has had a plan and an agenda the whole time, man. Okay. We'll see.
newest iPhones are going to be contact lenses. Like for those of you that saw the new Batman movie, Batman in the movie uses the contact lens, which will be normalized. They're going to start using movies and things like that to make it look cool, to normalize it. Like I said, they're using interfaces in movies. They have for, a couple of years now where they're showing, the actual phone on the screen as the movie's going on and the texting on the screen and all that type of stuff. And of course, I've talked about Pokemon Go and how you're seeing it in real time right in front of your face by holding up the phone in front of your face. Well, eventually the phone will be gone and it'll be in you. So we have all this technology that's getting closer and closer and closer to being inside of people's bodies. And at the same time, we have millions upon millions of complete zombies that we live amongst who have no problem being part of this science experiment. And they will continue to do so as they continue to be told to do so because they don't think for themselves. So FindGo's vein mapping technology works by taking a simple scan of a person's unique vein pattern through an infrared device. The scan is connected to a person's registered FindGo account, which can be linked to their verified ID or a digital wallet to enable payments. Registered users can then scan their vein to improve identity age or make payments in any venue offering the FindGo system, right? So there'll be a universal system like this because remember, this is all going to be one. And countries are going to experiment with, their own specific companies that they choose to do the experiments with. These will probably be companies that are funded by the government. In America, I'm sure this experiment will be done with our big tech companies like Apple, possibly Microsoft, places like that, when they try to get to the point where they say, hey, this isn't going to freak people out. This will make, people are going to think that this is cool and this is normal and this is the next step. So that's why it's so important, not just to crash the economy, destroy the dollar, but to get people now thinking past PayPal, past digital transactions online. Because when people think of that, they think of a digital wallet. Well, digital wallets at some point in the near future are also going to be extinct because they don't want it to be a digital wallet. They don't want you to think of it as a wallet that's just online. They want you to think of yourself as being the wallet. Think of yourself as being the actual.
There is a better way to make money with Amazon than selling physical products. Introducing the Mickelson Twins.
Currency. That the currency is you, that you can go and you can do these things without holding anything, without thinking about anything, like as far as a credit card or a digital wallet and stuff like that. That'll all be passe at some point. And this will all be inside, again, of your body. So in 2020, Manchester City Council was the first in the world to approve FindGo to verify age in licensed premises. So customers could pay and prove their age for a pint with their finger. The partnership will also explore sustainability projects through reverse vending schemes, allowing users to collect and recycle empty containers, collecting points or rewards along the way. Of course, those are ways that they lure people in.
So now they have biometric for your money, okay, and for your ID, and pretty much Esau Edom is reducing people to a goddamn SIM card, man. Just like on the phone, this man is reducing people to a damn SIM card, man. Okay? You people are going to see how crazy and bugged out, all right, so-called white man is. The only nation that niggas want to save, okay? The only nation of people on earth that niggas want to save, the so-called white man. And you finna see how bugged out and completely, wicked this man is. Okay? When he get to turning you niggas, all right, into SIM cards, man. Okay? All your information will be on this one device, and that's gonna be you. Okay, in this man's system. My brother can put that in St. John 10 and 10. Bob Bashar.
Right? Get your, bonuses, collect points, collect rewards by trying these things out. It's a way to get people in. Oh, no, you don't have to pay any, transaction fees. You don't have to pay any interest, right? Those are ways that things that we've seen even recently with places like Visa. Last year, Visa deciding to have a crypto card, right? Coming on to saying, hey, there's no interest rate and all that stuff. Those are ways to lure people into their new tech. And we even see now with iPhones and things like that, how cheap everything is getting, because they want everybody to have phones, because I mean, obviously you're not gonna be able to survive in the world. They won't let you without a phone. They're making it impossible online to even have accounts that aren't linked up to cell phones. It's almost like your cell phone is your barcode, your prison number, your prison ID. Right? You go and I want to, even with YouTube here, I have to have phone numbers linked to all these channels that I create. And, that's super annoying. But obviously, there's ways around that right now, as far as getting phones that, can be destroyed and chucked. But Google, Apple, all these places are going to continue to do that. And that's part of the reason they want you to do that. And they want to make sure you're connected to the technology and making the technology more accessible to people by making it cheaper. Right? iPhones used to be $1,000. Well, the last couple of days they've come out and they said, hey, there's cheaper iPhones. They're, $100, $200. They want to make the prices lower because they want to make sure everyone has it. Right? The same thing with the television. The television in the beginning was really expensive. They made the prices for it really low because they said, hey, everybody needs to have one in their house. We can't make it so that people can afford a television, because how are we going to mind control them? Right. So they made the prices cheap so that everybody could own a TV. Otherwise, you think a TV could be, and of course, there's TVs that are thousands and thousands of dollars, like big TVs or whatever people end up getting, projectors and things like that. But they want it to be accessible so that people, can have this tech in their house so that they can use it to brainwash them. But you would think maybe, why is a TV not the same price of a car? And so they say, well, it's more parts and all that stuff. Well, they don't care if you have a car or you don't have a car. They don't really care if you end up going to work or not, but they want to make sure that they have control over you, and having phones and television sets and computers and all those things are a way to do that. So the biometric vein scanning is something that needs to be monitored, because the more experiments that start coming out with this, that we see coming out using this type of technology, the closer we will be to some type of rollout from a big tech company using this. Now, the question is, well, how in the world could they do that? Like I said earlier, with blockchain and getting this technology inside. Why do you think that they're running experiments? And trust me, they're running them on humans. But the fact that Stephen Colbert and these people bring it up and bring humor to it is to deflect off of it, because humans would start saying, "Wait, what? They're doing this in a human? They're doing this in a lab rat? I don't understand. Why would they be doing it?" Well, because sooner or later, this is what is going to be going on, and this has everything to do with the mark of the beast. This has everything to do with them having full control over your body and over you. And that's what we're headed towards with the Great Reset. There's a reason that the World Economic Forum, they talk about a cashless society. They talk about destroying capitalism. They talk about having the type of technology to go cashless. Okay. And they're not just talking about your cell phone, because you will be your cell phone. So this is a company that's running experiments on it. This article just came out this week, and it's been going on for quite some time. So if you weren't aware, I hope you're aware now. This will be pretty much look at it as vein ID. Okay. We've all seen, like in Minority Report and stuff like that. We've seen in futuristic movies where people use either retina scans with their eyes, or they use a scan where they hold their hand up, right? Or, people even now have technology.
And there you have it, man. All roads lead, okay, to this man's device for buying and selling, man. Okay. And it's going to look so convenient, and people are so in love, with the convenience of this society. They pretty much worship, the convenience that this society offers. Okay. And through that, they're going to be taken. Because when you read 2nd Ezra 5:1, all right, from the brother Avalon of War, it said, nevertheless, as coming the tokens, behold, the days shall come that they which dwell upon the earth shall be taken in a great number, and the way of truth shall be hidden, and the land shall be barren of faith. Okay, because for once you're going to have the famine of the word. Okay, so people are not going to have the privilege, and the you know, the luxury, you know, of hearing the word. All right. And people are going to have to go on what they know. And the way this man is going to break this system down, the way Yahweh Shema Shai is going to utilize Esau Edom to break this system down to create, okay, these such severe and harsh times, okay, we're going to see people breaking left and right, man, because if Yahweh Shema Shai is not with you, if he's not with us, we done. If he's not with you, you done. Okay? Only the elect, all right, have a victory in this man's system, over this man's system. Okay? Other than that, you know, you're done, man. The brother can put that 1 John 4:1. It says, but iniquity shall be increased above that which thou seest now, or that thou hast heard long ago. And that's why we're seeing iniquity become more normalized, man. You know, wickedness is becoming, you know, the end thing, you know, in this man's society, man. You know, and it's to the point where they just parade it, you know, more and more. Okay. Now, when you come down here, just like the brother just put, all right, this from the brother Nabala down in Virginia Island, Straight Gate, Proverbs 14 and 15. It said, the simple believe of every word, but the prudent man looketh well, okay, to his going. All right. And the simple, the masses, okay, these convenient babies, all right, as Apostle Cost say, these GMO babies, simple as hell. They believe every word, man. Okay, people mad as hell at Pew. They didn't even know that nigga in February, man. Nigga mad as hell. Okay. Why is that? Because they believe every word. Oh, the news is their Bible. Okay. The media, social media, that's their Bible. Okay. Now this is from the brother or warrior Allah Yahweh. This is St. John 10 and 10. It said, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and destroy. And this man wants to just destroy, okay, the experience of life in the earth. Okay? Because if he had it his way, man, you would come in this world getting that device, man, getting that R13 in you. You will be, you know, just like he give you the them VVs, okay? Just as he give you the jump shot, you know, as soon as you come out, okay? He wants a society where he wants to give you the device, man. Okay, this man wants to destroy the experience of life in the earth, man. He wants to steal it from you, man. Okay, we will be surprised of the things that this man wants to control from each person, man. How many children you have, if you have children, when you have sex, how much sex you have. You know, you will own nothing and love it. Okay, but then this is what people are fighting for. The normalcy that they're fighting for is not the normalcy, all right, that this man is bringing, man. Okay, it says, I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundant. That's Yahweh Shai, man. That's for the elect of Israel, man. Okay, for us to have life abundantly, man. We, you know, enjoy the earth, enjoy the resources. The earth is going to, you know, give forth this strength. Okay, enjoy family, enjoy, you know, eternal life, man. Just never ending, okay, experiences, man. Learning and growth and, you know, finding out what this doing, what that do, the benefit of this, and, you know, constantly just in enhancing, you know, life in the earth, man. Okay, that's what, and the rulership of Israel is going to enhance life in the earth, man. We're going to be changed to immortal, man. So the status of living in the earth, even amongst the heathen, after their rigorous captivity is over with, because they're always gonna be subject to us. Okay, they're always gonna be tributaries to us, eternally. But after that 1,000 years, man, they're gonna benefit off of righteous rulership, man. Okay, they're gonna benefit off that. You see, they're gonna get the enjoyment of the earth, man. The enjoyment of family. They gonna be able to start, legacies and different things, man. All right. Now they'll be nowhere near, an Israelite. They won't have nowhere near the access and to different things we have, man. But they gonna get to enjoy the earth, man. And it's gonna be through Yahweh Shai and what he's bringing to the earth, man. Because what this devil has, his intentions, man, a horror house, man. So if a brother can put that, I think it's 1 John chapter 4, verse 4, brother. So like if I said one, I know how I can be sometime. 1 John 4 and 4 and 4. We'll end it there. Yeah. While he get there, I read this. The brother Subway House, 2 Peter 3 and 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. That's what we look forward to, man. That's what all our hope, our faith, and our patience is in, is a righteous rulership in the earth on the Yahweh Shai, man. That's what this thing is about, man. A righteous rulership on the Yahweh Shai, man. When the nation of Israel will be exalted, man. The rightful rulers, man. The government, okay, of Israel, the government of Yasharahla, man. Okay, that house of David. Now this is 1 John 4 and 4 from the brother Our Lone with War. And it says, ye are of the most high little children, have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you that is in the world, man. So hey, we're built to overcome. We're of that number. We're built to overcome these things, man. Because I say it's gonna be a hell of a transition, man. And hey, it's time to scrap in, all right, for the ride, man. So Lord will, you brothers, okay, and you few sisters were edified. Once again, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessings salutate to the hopeful elect, man. And as we get into this Passover, man, we're gonna keep throwing up curses on this place, okay? Keep on chanting this place down, man. We're gonna put the spirit of putting curses on this place, man. All right. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, Shalak, Rayam, Wa Nashon, Wa Bayam, Wa Horagium, Wa Mashapayim, Akar, Adawamium, Wa Gawayam, Wa Ayabion, Wa Babkasha, 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 the water, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Dam Yad, the water, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Shalom.